For you, when I
Yes.
say, what is the Devic kingdom for you, what does that mean?
Okay, well, so I say Devic, but that's okay.
She say Devic, I
I say
say Deva.
Devic.
I was
Devo.
raised in the trailer. She had a house.
But to me, the Devic kingdom is, fairies, tree spirits, sprites,
Yes. Gnomes,
water spirits. Yes.
pans.
Yes. Pans, is that water
Yeah,
spirits?
I
No.
don't know. It's like the gnomes, the pans, the fairies, the sprites, the
Isn't a pan
elementals.
like a goat spirit?
Listen, I was reading back in the day when I was devouring any and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the books I fell into was Talking to Nature and also Journey into Nature back in the 80s with Michael J. Rhodes.
Yep.
And after, well, I had an experience whenever I was a little boy. I was in the first grade, and we had this big Saint Bernard named Lady.
Oh my God, you had a Saint Bernard.
It was Saint Bernards are
God, I
my
love
favorite.
Saint Bernards.
And you feel like you meet certain people and you feel like you've had a lifetime with them or you've known them before.
Yes.
That's how I felt about Lady. She was my first best friend. Because people didn't like me growing up, y'all. They didn't know me because I wouldn't talk to them.
Well, you had your whole group of people you were talking to.
Right,
Okay.
well, yeah, non-physical.
Yeah.
But we were raised to not speak unless spoken to.
Oh, yes. I know that one.
I started school. I was the oldest of four, and I had to walk half a mile to the school bus stop.
Yeah.
So you have to walk through the dirt roads from the trailer park because they would not pave our roads because we were in trailers. Okay. And then you hit the paved road. That's where the first house was. Going up, it was where the first house was. Coming home, it's where the last house was. So me and Lady and I, we would walk up to the end of the road, stand there and wait for the bus. I'd get on the bus, and Lady would go home.
Yeah.
Every day after school, Lady would be sitting there waiting for me a half mile from the house.
I love that.
And we communicated, we talked. I mean, I'm telling you, Lady was my first best friend. And it had been raining on and off all day, really bad. And so in the South, the humidity.
Yeah.
We call it the humidity.
Yeah.
And we're walking down the dirt road, and it was fresh rain. The sun had come out. There were these little rainbows everywhere. And I felt so connected to the earth. And I wanted to take my shoes off, but I knew better because I would get in trouble.
You get a whipping?
Yes. And as I was walking down the road, I kept hearing this voice, this feeling, this energy pulling me to the left. So the ditches were flooded from all of the rain.
Yeah.
So it was like it was pulling me over the ditch into a little side path. The grass and the vegetation was over my head. It's like blackberry bushes and all that stuff with thorns. And I just knew that I knew that I was supposed to go in there. So Lady went first. She went right in front of me through this stuff that was higher than me. And in the South, you got to watch out for water moccasins and copperheads and black racers and all of that stuff. So Lady goes in first. I follow behind Lady, and I'm being guided to, step on the high grass, push it down to the side with my foot. And then it's all dirty, muddy water because of the rain. There's this thing the size of my hand that was right in the middle of it. There was like a stick, and then this thing that the stick was holding down. And I'd never seen anything that looked like that. It looked like alabaster. I can't even describe it. And the whole time I'm being told what to do. There's going to be a stick over here just behind you. Pick it up. It's a nice long stick. It won't break. And you take that stick and you lift very carefully and very gently the stick across whatever this big thing was. And
you lay it, or you?
It was like this. The thing was here. The stick was across it. Yeah. And they told me to pick up a second stick to lift that stick.
Oh.
And I was scared because I was like, I don't know what that is. That could be some, the eyeball of some monster down there trying to eat gay children that live in the trailer park.
Yeah.
And I was just carefully lifting it, and they were coaching me the whole time.
Yeah.
And Lady's just sitting right beside of me, staring at this thing. And you can't see it because of the muddy water. And I'm lifting, and I'm lifting, and I'm lifting. And then a pop happened. The twig thing snapped on the far end of the creek, the ditch. And
your stick?
The stick over.
That was laid over.
Yes.
Okay. I'm following you now.
And when it popped, it just... And then this thing flipped over like that, startled the crap out of me. It was the biggest bullfrog I have ever seen in my life.
No.
And it turned over. And as soon as it turned over, I could hear cheering, clapping, coming from all around me because this was in the woods off the road.
Oh,
and I couldn't even
interesting.
see the road because the stuff was so high. And I was like, and I felt so happy. And I felt like I'd saved this frog's life.
You
and
did.
then I felt like they were all cheering it. And the frog looked at me, and it was like gasping for air because it had obviously been there a long time. And lady just goes, "Oh." And the cheering happened all the way till I got back out on the street. And that was my
nice.
first direct communication with
The Diva Kingdom.
that one.